I think that's
perfect.
That is.
Hello, everyone.
Hi, you guys.
Let's see. There still was no intro.
Oh.
We were introless.
Yeah, and there was actually like a really fun theme song that we had going on.
How does it go? Sing it.
It was like bom bom bom. Like I think it was a really.
It
fun
sounds worse
theme
than
song.
that. They did it.
Bom bom. Like that's all you would hear. It was so quiet in the office yesterday, and then all of a sudden, coming from his office, it was like.
No. Actually, that was.
No, you played it, and then I looked over at Tanya, and I was like, "What is Rob doing? He's trying to be cool right now because it's like."
I don't have to try. I'm just there.
And with his AC/DC tattoo. So we have a lot to talk about today, actually.
Do we? Do we have a lot? I guess we have a good amount.
And we have another question too for our game show.
Oh yes,
That's exciting.
There was a winner yesterday, and we'll see who wins today. So for those of you who are here already, welcome. We're going to be talking about. Actually, I have an article I want to go over. It's something that I read, and I was like, there's a lot of good points, but at the same time, there's a lot of like really horrible things said. Look, it announced Stream Elements. Anubit coin is now live.
Yay, we're actually on time, sort of, but it's okay.
Yeah,
it's better than being 19 minutes late.
They'll filter in, I'm sure.
Yeah.
So I want to talk about this article. It was from this guy, Andrew Left, was giving quotes. You mind hitting number 2?
Yes.
Oh, actually over there, yeah. Oh, and hey, let me see if I can. Okay, there we go. Boom. Short seller Andrew Left says the idea of centralization is and his quote, the stupidest thing ever.
So I actually read this article, and I have a couple questions. First of all, is it? And I know you're going to go into detail with this later.
Hold on one second.
Oh no, you're.
Hey, Tanya, any way we can shut that door? Yes. Thank you.
We just had lunch, so Theo's washing our dishes because he's such a good person.
It might be Rose. One of them are washing
dishes.
Yeah. Somebody's hard at work on washing dishes, which I don't know if the mics pick it up, but our ears certainly do. So, what was your question?
Okay, so is it good to be decentralized or?
Ooh, is it good? I mean,
is that like
I think it's subjective. I think it can be. Certain things are do well as decentralized, but so Bitcoin, for instance, nobody's really managing Bitcoin. Nobody's at the head of it. It kind of just goes around, goes on its own. Oh, Theo's right there, so it wasn't Theo Clinton doing the dishes. But at the same time, there's plenty of project teams out there that are doing a really amazing job leading their projects where it's not decentralized. And then on the other side of that is a lot of the exchanges that are going belly up right now, they're centralized, but they're completely mismanaged.
Hi, Red Rebel. Hi,
Hello.
Coconut Fred.
Red Rebel. There's no blackout days, by the way. If you won yesterday, you can win today. Hi, Vito. So I guess it's like, I don't know. I don't think it's a good or a bad thing necessarily. I think it really depends on the context, whether something's decentralized or centralized. Because I can see, pros and cons with either. I don't know. I guess really it comes down to what the market wants, market needs. I personally, I don't know. Maybe I'll ask you guys if a Tesla, hey, dude, if a Tesla is going down the road and it's on autopilot, Are you confident enough to sit in the back seat?
Well, no, wasn't there? There was an accident
Because
actually a couple months
decentralized
ago.
is ain't nobody driving, and there's not even like, because we kind of use our AI to like do things for us.
Yeah.
And then, but we always have our hands ready, right?
Exactly.
There's always someone ready to grab the steering wheel just in case.
Because my car has that setting where I'm able to just put in how many miles I wanted to drive for me. I mean, I have a Subaru,
Like cruise
by the way.
control, like smart
Yes,
cruise
there
control?
we go, cruise control. But it doesn't mean that I'm gonna 100% trust it.
You aren't jumping in the back seat, eating popcorn, watching a movie.
Oh heck no, that's scary. Even when I'm driving and I have it at 70 miles per hour, I'm like, holy shit. Sorry, that just came out. I'm like, holy crap.
She said shit.
Sorry guys.
She said shit.
I said shoot. Holy shoot.
Can we have Tina perpetually saying shit while she's doing her whole dance?
Oh my goodness. I'm Tina, you guys, by the way. Bob's Burgers.
They got it. They're all
Yeah,
over it.
I don't even want to look at Telegram later because I don't want to see all the Tina gifts. It's the hair for sure and the damn glasses.
Yeah, no, you're pretty much spot on. I mean, that's like,
I just don't have really short
I
hair.
didn't even know where that came from.
And it's my fault
We'll have to
because
dub that.
oh my gosh. It's my fault because he told me I looked like what's her name? Amy Winehouse. And I was like, before or after?
The drugs.
The drugs. And he better not say after. And then he was like, no, but you do. And I was like, okay.
The day before she died.
Rest in peace, Amy Winehouse. But then I randomly told him, I'm so surprised you didn't say I look like Tina. And then he was like, Tina? And I was like,
Because I didn't have the reference. I've
Yeah.
never watched Bob's Burgers.
and I
but
was like, darn, Tina, Bob's
I'm-
Burgers.
I'm caught up now.
Yeah.
So decentralization.
Yes.
There's two schools, right?
Okay.
The one camp is I don't want anybody at the helm because there's a bunch of thieves and I can't trust them to manage it properly, and it's better off if it's just going down the freeway. If just like Bitcoin, if it crashes from 70,000 to 10,000, nobody at the helm, that's just what's supposed to happen, and so be it. And then
Basically, no one's controlling that, or no one's able to like
it's
stop
purely community and market
it.
driven.
Oh, I'm learning, you guys.
Okay. So, and then the other camp is, okay, we're smarter than just something that's just strictly autopilot. We have the hand here. We can guide things. We know how to grow things. We know how to do things. And sometimes that proves to be true. And sometimes not so much. Like you've got human error basically coming in,
Definitely.
or business corporate errors. Like Celsius just announced that they are basically belly up because of the way they did their business, and people lose their hard earnings. So, I mean, you have that hand there that can take the steering wheel, but maybe they through either intentionally, if they're rug pulling, drive it into the ground, or maybe they're just inept. They just don't know what they're doing, or they make a bad business decision and gamble with everybody else's earnings. So I mean, that's the
okay.
pro of having it decentralized.
Because
is
you can avoid all of that, basically.
there's no human gambling with your hard-earned money.
Yeah.
But there's also nobody there to prevent it. If the car's on autopilot and it's going off a cliff, it's going off the cliff. There's nothing you can do about it. So I don't know. Those are the different camps. I don't know, like with you guys, we're a team. We're here. We're not taking our hand off the steering wheel. Well, that's just
No, definitely. They don't even sleep. They don't sleep.
Well, and some of it is like we do like having a lot of control.
Yeah.
We didn't work this hard to not be in the driver's seat. Yeah, it does have an air of Wild West. I like it. Honestly, I love the spirit of that. For me, it's just as scary to think that there's nobody behind the wheel as there is to think there is somebody behind the wheel. So they're kind of like offsetting. So here's what this guy had to say. Wait, I gotta go down here somewhere. Where the heck is that? All right. So this guy's a big old short seller, aimed at taking power away. So he basically, his position is that he thinks that block 3 or blockchain and Web 3 is a big old scam, that is just geared to take away, power from big tech.
Question: what exactly is Web3?
Web3 is, if you look at Web 1, go up to the .com boom. So AOL, Yahoo, all those are Web 1.
Mm-hmm.
Web 2 brought the likes of Facebook, and really Google emerged, Amazon emerged, all the social media giants, the TikTok that use TikTok and Snapchat, all of those are Web 2. Web 3 is everything past that, where it's all using. Hold on, gotta sneeze.
Bless you. There's another one coming. There's another one coming.
Nope, that's it.
Oh.
All last couple days. Thank you so much, Fred. I've been sneezing. Look behind us. We have this whole picture thing. So Web3 basically is blockchain technology and the new way of doing things. Did they open the door again?
Yeah, they opened the door again.
They opened the door again. They open the door again, or it puts the lotion on the skin. Can you guys shut the door to the kitchen? All of that comes on through here.
Behind the scenes of after us having lunch, dishes get washed right away.
It's a total shit show out here. So, all right. So he says, I did not see any value in cryptocurrencies, especially altcoins do not have any utility. I think I saw that. I was like, well, he's kind of right. That the altcoins, what's an altcoin?
Yeah.
That's any coin that's not Bitcoin.
Okay, so
Bitcoin, every other coin is apparently in that pool of altcoins.
I'm not trying to go into a wormhole here, but is Bitcoin
You mean rabbit hole?
Yeah, I keep saying wormhole. I think it's because
wormholes transport you across galaxies, I think.
Exactly. I'm not trying to get into a wormhole here, but question. So is Bitcoin the main coin that everyone refers to when they're talking about crypto, or what's the difference?
It's the flagship. It's
Oh.
the first one. It's a flagship. It's the largest by market cap. It has the most pairs to it, so there's more coins bridged over and tied to it. It is the it happens to be the first. We'll look back on it as, like the first car ever invented. That's cool. It's like a dinosaur, but we're in the dinosaur age right now, so it's still relevant. So any Web3 is a big illusion aimed at taking power away from big tech companies. He further says, in a world where the internet needs governance, it's the most stupidest thing ever, there, hence the quote, that nobody controls anything while billions of dollars are being thrown towards it. I mean, some of that, it got me thinking. I thought it's worth repeating only because it kind of gets you thinking. It is a lot of money to have no one at the helm, but it's also suggests that the people at the helm traditionally have been better than having nobody, and sometimes I think having nobody at the helm can be better than having a bad person. So he added that he would not be surprised to see the Bitcoin at the $10,000 level. A lot of them doom and gloomers. They want to push that down, and Ethereum at $200. And they neither have any utility nor accept it as a means of payment. I'm like, you're talking to me. I'm like, man. So he's calling out the weakness is, these haven't had a lot of application in the real world. As there's little places here and there that I accept Bitcoin or I accept Doge, things like that, but not a lot, really.
So when I was reading this article, when I was reading that part specifically, I was trying to understand when he was talking about, Ethereum being 200. Is that the value of the coin?
Yeah, he's saying, because right now Ethereum's a little over 1,000. So
Oh,
he's saying
okay.
Bitcoin's going to crash in half is really what he's saying. And Ethereum's going to go to 1/5. So he further says Bitcoin and Ethereum, BTC and ETH, BTC is perceived value, so that you can stay up as long as people ever want to buy it. It seems like it has a future as it's already part of a collective consciousness. So he's saying it's in his opinion, it's been part of the world long enough that it's just a mainstay. ETH, on the other hand, he's not happy with at all. Is supposed to have utility, and it has none. I expect the price to go right back to 200. So there's, ETH might have he might be spot on. So I too, just like him, I think there's a good chance that ETH is going to have a big bump when it finally finishes what they dubbed the merge. That's where it's changing some of the fundamentals, proof of work to proof of stake. So as soon as that happens, you might see ETH have a really big bump. But if nothing other than that changes and the dust settles, so to speak, and everybody's right back to where they were, and they're like, wait, what's different other than congrats, your proof of stake? Are the fees higher? Are the transactions lower? Does it have more functionality in any way, shape, or form? Is it improving life for me other than existing? If the answer is that its fees are still high and transactions are still slow, and it doesn't have any new utility, I think people are gonna be like, well, congratulations, but you're still not worth a lot to me. And that's kind of what he's saying, that it'll go right back to $200. The only people involved in buying Bitcoin are the same community. I've been preaching to that too. I was like, well, he's not lying. It's the same circle of people that haven't really expanded.
And they're just locked in with Bitcoin.
Yeah.
I still think $10,000 is a lot.
But right now, yeah. Bitcoin's like $19,000 for one coin. So, wow. I mean, yeah. So he's saying it's going to go nearly half of what it is because it might be $20,000 right now. But yeah, ETH is a little bit like AOL. But if ETH is like AOL, what is Bitcoin? It doesn't even have smart contracts.
Yahoo?
No. It would be, honestly, it's like a Commodore 64. It's like a.
I don't know what that is, so that's probably in your time.
Other than being a novelty, right now you can simulate a Nintendo on your PC. You don't need to buy a Nintendo. Oh. It's Ask Jeeves. Oh, dude, don't even go to Ask Jeeves. Ask.com. Oh my gosh. So the only people involved in the community, as they've seen it as an asset, but as Bitcoin, terrible for currency, has no real utility other than to be a store of wealth. On the other hand, there are companies that have real utility. He obviously sees a lot of he thinks that investing in securities or things where you buy a piece of a company and the company actually produces something is the only smart way to invest. So I get that philosophy. I'm not against that. I love the idea that you can invest in companies out there. Coin is different. It's a different product. You're investing in a product that has smart contracts. Companies' stocks don't have smart contracts. This is a new
There's like
creature.
No real security behind that then.
Well, even look, if you bought Netflix a couple years ago and you're sitting on it right now, you're like, oh crap. If you bought Netflix at the peak of or Zoom or any of these other things at the peak of the pandemic, they were worth a ton. Now they're worth a fraction of that. There's no real security that those aren't going to go down in value, and their only worth is what you can sell it to someone at. Yeah. It's functionally no different. Utility is the key. Yeah, no, I agree with that. That is the only thing is Netflix actually does something other than give people an opportunity to invest in it. It actually does produce and create stuff. It provides some service that gives it additional value. And utility of a coin, the thing is they call these utility tokens, but 99.99% have no utility.
Okay, so
it's misnamed. It shouldn't be a utility token. It should be all those other tokens should be non-utility tokens.
So
tokens,
when
speaking,
like, is there a difference between this may sound kind of dumb, but I don't care. I'm gonna ask it. Is there a difference between like Bitcoin and a utility coin, or are they the same thing? It's just Bitcoin is just the name of the company or the name of the coin itself?
Well, a utility token is a real technical term for, it's what Anubit is. It's a utility token. It is technically, even we call ourselves Anubit coin, we're a token. So a utility token is a token that can have utility to be used as different things potentially. Bitcoin was invented as a way actually to send money through the web. That was why it
Oh,
was.
okay. So it was just like, oh, here's some, instead of giving out like your credit card information and send to
Yeah.
someone, etc.
You send them a digital
okay.
asset, they can
That
cash it
makes
in
sense.
for a value. It's an agreed store of value that you can transmit online. That's all it really was invented to be. That was, and people can cash it in for their respective currencies. In that sense, it works. The question isn't whether it technically works, it's whether it's efficient at the task anymore compared to
okay.
like the first car versus a horse. You're like, oh, this is great. You don't need to feed it. You don't need to clean up its poop. You don't need to brush it. You don't need to do anything. It's amazing. But if you put that same car on the road compared to the average, like just Toyota, people can be like, okay, we got power windows, we got AC, we got a roof. It goes. The old one only went 10 miles per hour. I can go.
I didn't
100.
even know. I didn't even know it went 10 miles per hour. That's I learned
Yeah.
something
The
new
tires
every day.
have air in them. I don't feel every bump. I've got shocks. If I hit mud, I've got traction. I've got there. You couldn't even begin to compare. So all right, let me get to it. So the only real left side, there are the companies that do things in the real world that generate profits. Assets like NFT, on the other hand, are only collectibles. So he's not a fan. Solutions in search of problems. Yeah, but then he says that, and I'm like, oh man, that's a lot of truth. Well, that phrase, solutions in search of problems. When you have something, but I think of like NFTs as, to some degree, I think of them like electricity. What a lot of people don't know is when electricity was invented, people are afraid of it.
Oh,
I've got candles. Why do I need electricity?
I didn't know that either.
You're gonna have lightning running through my walls. It's gonna burn me while I sleep. They had to really sell the concept of electricity. Of course, now we know that a whole birth of things stemmed from it. Like a bubbling well. You got everything electricity, cell phones. You got light switches. You got air conditioning in your house. You got refrigerators,
Microwaves. Once your electricity is down, it feels like your whole world.
Yeah, you're like, okay, I'm a caveman.
Yeah.
But back then, before they had it,
they didn't know any better.
They didn't know any better. They looked at this
Exactly.
perspective, and they're like, well, I'm fine as is. It's been going on this way forever. We haven't needed it up till now. Why do I need lightning running through my walls? Right? And so NFTs. This is a guy that a solution searching for a problem. He's saying there is no problem. Everything's fine. I don't need lightning running through my walls. I don't need NFTs to exist. What problem do they solve of mine? What he doesn't understand is blockchain and some of the problems that it actually solves. As a developer, we look and we're like, oh, this actually solves a lot of problems we've had when developing other products. Boy, does it make it easier. Boy, does it handle things better. So he added that people are expecting Ethereum will have real utility once it gets an upgrade, but once they realize there's nothing to it, they'll be like, oh gosh. He might be right on that. So I'm like, it's a mixed bag. Some of the things he says, I'm like, he might be onto something.
Though? Why do you think that? Why are you like
people
in the
are
middle?
expecting the merge to revolutionize Ethereum, but if it doesn't give Ethereum more utility and make it faster and cheaper, then positionally, is Ethereum any better of a position to do anything that people like? If it doesn't do anything more than it already does, what's the point? Right?
Yeah, that's very true. I'm not gonna lie, that's kind of how I felt about NFTs until I started learning more about NFTs.
I'm still wishy-washy on NFTs. I still think that they're an
cool.
underutilized, misunderstood invention that has not been realized and has been trivialized to just be artwork and regulated as something just kind of like, oh, it's a collectible. I 100% feel that whereas I look at the idea, an NFT is a non-fungible token. Unlike our token of Anubit coin, which any coin is worth this, you have one coin, you trade a coin, there's no difference. They're all the same, basically. An NFT is truly unique and can be endowed with unique properties, so you can trade something unique. You could have an NFT for a property where if you buy the NFT, you own the rights to a property or a song. You can have all these...
I think that's really cool.
None of the utility with NFTs has been realized. They've been trivialized to being something. And so here, this guy, he probably doesn't understand the potential All he sees is, imagine if electricity was only applied so far to power easy bake ovens, a light bulb, people would be like, yeah, that light bulb in a thing, it doesn't really cook, it doesn't do anything. This whole electricity thing to easy bake ovens, it doesn't really do anything. I just think it's useless. You're like, no, but the electricity can do other stuff. Yeah, it's only pretty much doing easy bake ovens. So how much value can it really have? It's a really poor use case. So Left Further said, when I read Left, I'm like, okay, that's his name. Andrew Left Further said, car titles, deeds to houses, business licenses, all of that can be, the NFTs have the potential to solve all those things in a way that is phenomenal. But
see, and I didn't know this. I didn't know, it was 2 weeks ago. I bought an NFT, and I didn't even know I didn't even buy it for myself.
You bought it for somebody else?
Yeah, you know. And I was like, this is the dumbest thing ever. Why am I paying for this?
How much did you pay?
Cheap.
Over $100?
Yeah.
Over 1,000?
No, it was less than that, but
it wasn't cheap.
It wasn't cheap. I did buy a cheap one though, and it was like based on a skateboarder, and that's what like kind of just I questioned it so much because I know Snoop Dogg came out with one, but it's like anyone can make these and sell them for as much as they want, and people eat this crap up. Well, it's not crap, but you know what I mean.
I think that most of it is crap. Most of it, and which is why most of it is going down in value. It's not the use case that I want to see. It doesn't do it justice for the technology. So I think there's giving away rights to artwork at NFTs. I believe in that just as much as anything. It saddens me that that's the only way it's been realized. I see it as like, okay, it's the easy bake oven right now. I don't know if you guys know what that is. It's a little child's toy where they're supposed to be cooking.
Hey,
but when you open the oven door, all there is a light bulb in, and you're not cooking anything.
No,
it's not really doing much.
They work. He doesn't know. He's never made it.
You just put a good 150 watt light bulb in there. You really amp up.
No, I made a strawberry cake in one of those. Even a little Barbie.
When you were 3?
I was actually 5.
Last year?
I'm the baby here.
I'm pretty sure if your parents ate it and smiled while eating it, I'm pretty sure they love you.
They were so supportive. They were like, she's gonna be a chef. I mean, it didn't happen, but you know.
They were wrong.
They were wrong, but it's all right. We live and we learn.
Okay, so Andrew Left Further said that if the usage of blockchain technology is marginal compared to the hype being generated, so he's talking about use case around it, and the technology has issues that still need to be addressed. I know companies like Oracle and IBM are using blockchain technology. However, there are several problems with it, and it's being experimented upon. And yeah, I mean, I feel like we're in a little bit. I feel like there's going to be like there was a Web 1 and a Web 2, and if we lump those up as a category, Web 1 was experimentation, trying to figure out what to do with this new baby called the internet, and there was some successes emerging. PayPal and Amazon and Google emerging, crossing over into Web 2. And then there was a whole bunch that just went and belly up. I think maybe Web 3 it needs a Web 4, where Web 3, we're in the experimentation stage of blockchain. And then there's going to be a Web 4 where they like start to figure stuff out in the next 20 years. Just you'll see like, you know, like there was between 2000 and 2020 where it was just like off the hook, where tech giants became like can influence elections and anything else. So with blockchain and Web 3, maybe we're in the experimentation phase where I mean, look at all the exchanges going belly up right now. Tell me if they're not trying new business models. They are. They're trying. They don't have it dialed in yet.
But I feel like it's like a learning process. You can't just completely erase it.
No, I mean that's
yeah.
You can't go back and say, okay, let's pretend like the .com bubble didn't happen.
Yeah.
Because out of that, it was necessary in order to lead to where we are. If you skip it, you don't learn anything. So there's gonna be a lot of expensive lessons learned in blockchain before we're done with this. That's for sure. Especially if these guys are successful in the crypto winter, because they're I'll tell you what, the powers that be, everywhere you read, you're hearing about crypto winter. I know you're hearing it out of my mouth too.
Okay, what is that though?
Okay, it's. I think it was a catchphrase, just like climate change or anything else. Like
yeah.
global warming,
Yeah.
climate change. Back in the 90s or in the 80s was the ozone layer. They changed things to change their understanding of it and their awareness. Right now, instead of just saying crypto doom and gloom or something, they've called it the crypto winter. And instead of just calling it down market, it's the crypto winter. So they don't.
okay.
Do they have one for stocks? You guys tell me. Is there one? I know they're describing what's happening with crypto right now as the crypto winter. They aren't calling it the stock market winter. What are they calling it with stocks?
A recession?
If you guys don't know, type I don't know. So at least I know I'm not alone. Please.
Yes, please, because I want to know. Because when people think nowadays, everyone's saying, obviously, you know, we don't need to get into details with it, but recession, you know, people throw that word around a lot, especially when talking about crypto. And it's like, but there's so many different
there's a lot.
elements
There's
to it.
inflation, recession, crypto winter, stock market down. It's a nightmare. I had a buddy message me and say, hey, I think they're going to announce tomorrow morning that that inflation is going to be at a record high and blah, blah, blah. And so he was like, how's that going to affect the market? And I said, well, first off, you don't know that they'll be honest. They can always lie or change their math to funny math. I said, and then I said, you know, I got to think that if money is worth less, you're looking at ways of taking your money out of fiat currency and putting it in something else. And you only have a couple vehicles. You've got like gold or physical, you know, things like that. You've got housing, you've got stocks and other investment vehicles, and you have crypto. There's not really a lot of choices as far as where to put your real estate. You've got your hard commodities, gold, silver, and everything else. You've got your stock market or other investment vehicles, traditional investment vehicles, and you've got the new one, the boy in the block crypto. I said, I think we're going to be fine because if my money's losing value, I want to offset that by putting in something that can maybe not lose at the same rate that the money's value is going down. So anyway, we're going to do our game. We're going to get wrapped up. Today's Thursday. Is today Thursday?
It's Thursday, and I'm not here tomorrow. So
What happened?
You'll be here by yourself.
I mean, I'll drag somebody in here with me because I don't want to.
It's fun though. It's fun.
I like the interaction. So we have a number of questions. We might go out of order, and I'll leave that. I'll truthfully let you pick whatever you're in the mood for. You're going to ask. If you guys are not tuned in right now to pay attention, I would tune in right now.
And if you don't mind, just typing an exclamation mark saying that you're in. You know, you're ready to answer, so we can give everyone a fair chance. Dun dun.
Exclamation.
Dun, dun.
Fred's ready.
We need more.
Fred, if Vito's in. Come on. Let's go. So the way it'll work is this how hard is the question?
I'm going to make it extremely
Is it
hard.
just, extremely hard? Which point to which one?
I feel like this one, but I would still have to check too.
Oh, I can check right now.
Yes.
Let me see. I'm going to get the answer pulled up. I like that one. That's a good one. Hold on.
Are we still waiting for more? Is there more?
I think we're good.
people
Let's
still
go with
out
what
there?
we got.
All right, you guys. We're getting the answer really quick. Oh shoot.
That's all right.
That's
they can type it
crazy.
in. I told you it changes. all the time.
Okay, you guys. So the question today is, how many cryptocurrencies are listed on CoinMarketCap?
Right now.
Set. Yes, right now. As of 1:37. Ready, set, go. Let's see.
First one wins 2 Anubits.
Yes. And a personalized postcard from Rob.
I've sent out a postcard 20 years ago.
People need to bring those back. Sometimes emails get boring. And text messages, of course.
They're like, Nope.
Nope. Sorry, coconut bread. No, you are way off. Nope.
Negative ghostwriter. Oh, I wonder if it's different per. No, it's on .com. It should be. Alun. Woo!
We got a winner, you guys. We got a winner.
See, Tori, you came in at the right answer, just a smidge too late. I will.
We'll send you over. Yes.
See, Tori, if you message on Telegram with your address, I will send you one. Alan is going to get two. So we'll give half credit because you were just a smidge behind.
And it's okay because honestly, the answer I had this morning changed completely. And I didn't know this. He was telling me, see, I told you, it changes all the time. So be careful, it updates. So.
Yeah, congrats.
But yes, congratulations, you guys.
So a message in Telegram, just send a direct message with your wallet address. I will send the Anubits straight to you guys, right from our marketing wallet.
Yes.
Congratulations. Thank you guys for joining us on the stream.
Thank you so much. We
another
will see
show
you guys
tomorrow.
Well, yeah, I just won't be here, but you'll see me Monday.
I'll conduct in absence. Maybe I will bring in Carly Ray to help us. In the meantime, don't forget if you wanted to donation. Sorry, if you want. Tina would love to see your impressions of her dancing while
Oh,
saying
wait. I'm just like, no. Bye, you guys. I hope you guys have a good day, and I will see you on Telegram.
All right.
Bye.
Thank you. Let's see if I figure out how to hit the button here.